Yeah, I got it. You're gonna be dead air. Don't worry. I knew you'd react to that one. That's your generation. You were in high school when that came out. 2-1. Welcome, Pony League Baseball. We're here for the 2019 World Series Palomino Division. And I'm here joined with Orly Navarro here in the press booth. My name is Robert Thayes here again for the game, the evening game here at 6 o'clock between the Chinese Taipei team and the host team, Laredo Pony League. We're looking for a good game here. Orly?
Thank you for having me, Robert. You know, this is going to be a big game. The World Series has been going on this whole weekend, and one of the teams that everybody's been wanting to see play is Chinese Taipei. And they came into town. There was excitement at the airport. The news was all over this. The Laredo team was getting ready to play. Now, one of the things you got to understand, Taipei comes in as the champion of their area of the world. So they had to play in a championship format and beat a bunch of teams just to get to Laredo, Texas. On the flip side, Laredo doesn't have that same route to get here. Since they're the home team, they just get to have a team because they're the host team. So I guess you would say that Taipei, they shouldn't even be in the same field with a team like Taipei. But you know what? Laredo comes out yesterday. They take on Germany, who was champion of Europe, and beats Germany to deserve a chance to play against Taipei. So they're here today to play on the Asian champion who comes in, who are actually the defending champions of this tournament, and they're here to defend their champion. And Laredo is in a sweet situation.
Yep, Chinese Taipei won it all yesterday, and won it all last year actually for the World Series, and they're the defending champions. Laredo being the host team, they're in it just because they have the recognition of hosting the entire tournament. Germany, not a bad team. They won the European division, beating Netherlands for that final game. They had a tough loss this afternoon against Harlingen South. So there's all sorts of zones. South zone is Harlingen. I believe the North zone is
Illinois,
Kankakee, Illinois.
Right, and then they're south of Chicago. You also have Yorktown, Ohio, that's been in the tournament, and Youngstown, Ohio. They came in, and they're getting ready to play Puerto Rico. So we have that game's coming up next. So we're getting ready for the first pitch.
The first pitch, number 11, pitcher Joseph Chavana on the mound.
I like Chavana. He's a righty, tall, gets on the mound. He's got that sneaky fastball.
And at the plate, we have number 7. Forgive me, Yen Puchin.
Yen is at the plate. He has a 1-1 count. We've been talking all day about the umpire behind the plate. He's just had such a small strike zone. And the pitchers are having to really work it because pitchers like to drop it down low, go up high, and everything like that.
Back in the play, number 11 with pitch. Ball in the dirt.
So we're going to see what Chavana could do because Laredo doesn't have as much pitching as Taipei. They come in with a lot of pitchers. Laredo doesn't really have that many pitchers. Let's see what Chavana could do.
And it's a strike 3. Caught him swinging with that high and inside fastball. Number 11 with a good strikeout there. Mr. Chavana is putting in some work here. First strikeout of the inning. 1 out. Number 4 up to bat. Number 4, Chen Chi Chun. Ball inside.
We're playing here in Laredo, Texas. This is Uni-Trade Stadium. It's home of our Laredo Tecolotes. The Tecolotes are a Mexican League team.
They are. They're the only international team that plays both in the United States and in Mexico. On the dirt.
So what they're playing on is artificial turf. Artificial turf that's everywhere on the field except for first, second, third, and home and the pitcher's mound. That's the only place you see dirt.
It's a very unique field, actually. None like it in the entire United States. Easy ball, bobbled, but thrown to first base for a second out. And Laredo with that 6'3", out.
You almost want to say they're playing on kind of like a carpet. There's a lot of bounce, not a lot of bad grounders. So there was a perfect example where the ball will get to the shortstop. They'll be able to make the throw, but it's a very smooth surface out there.
Up at the plate, number 5, Lee Zhanghu. Number 11, Soto on the mound. Set for the next pitch with a windup. With the pitch. Low and outside. Ball 1. 2 outs, no man on. Pitch is set. The windup. Called strike 1. 1-1 count, 2 outs. Orly?
What's going to be interesting about this game is both teams score on you fast. They get on base. Next thing you know it, they're on third. They're bunting somebody over. They use the bunt in their game a lot.
Soto with the strike 2, 1-2 count, 2 outs.
Which is really cool to watch because when you see small ball being played, the bunt situation, you're forcing the defense to make the play. If they don't make the play, that's where they take advantage.
Big swing, and it drops in the left field. Easy base hit for the Chinese Taipei team.
Opposite field hit. You gotta enjoy an opposite field hit when somebody does that. They're going with the pitch. They're not forcing. They're not trying to pull. They're taking whatever the pitcher's going to give them. You have a guy at first base.
Great opportunity for Chinese Taipei here. One runner on first base. Number 6 up to the plate. You can hear the Chinese Taipei fans. They're pretty animated here at this championship World Series game. And strike 1.
Laredo's located about 150 miles south of San Antonio, about 600 miles from Houston. We've had a huge contingency come down to Laredo and stay here. Just Taiwanese that are here in town that are visiting just because they want to watch their baseball team.
Soto on the mound, set, in with the pitch. Called strike inside. 0-2 count, 2 outs with a runner on the first base.
You don't expect the pitcher to give anything. It's an 0-2 pitch, 2 outs, nothing close. These batters from Taiwan, they're very good at what they do. They know how to protect the plate. Let's see what the pitcher does here.
Soto stepping off, checking first base. Keeping him honest.
Well, you'd have to keep him honest. Look how far he's on the carpet. He's not even in the dirt.
Soto with the pitch. Big cut. It looks like it's going to be a foul ball. Catcher's trying to track it down, and it's out of play.
I've said this earlier. The way the field is designed and with the dirt at first base, when you take a lead and you get onto the artificial turf, the illusion is you're taking a huge lead. But I think if you go out and measure the distance, it's not really that big a lead.
No.
But because you're the pitcher and you see him step off the dirt onto the artificial, it almost seems like, wow, he's taking a huge lead. I'm going to have to throw over there.
Soto on the mound. Pitch and a big swing to left field. Looks like it.
Foul ball.
Foul ball.
We have at third base, the umpire at third base is, I hope I get this right, I can't even pronounce her name, Ms. Rodriguez. Well, I'll get with her first name. The female umpire, she is the first female umpire ever to umpire a World Series game, Palomino World Series game, Pony League game. She's here. She's actually from Laredo, Texas.
Wow. Awesome that she's being given this opportunity. Pitch by Soto. Big swing in the right field. Looks like it's going to be caught for the final out of the inning.
Good inning for Laredo. You know what? Anything you can do to not give Taipei momentum, you're doing a good job. But once again, Chavana on the mound. Let's see how many innings he could go. He's got to keep the ball down. The defense has to help him so he could pitch more innings because, once you get later into the tournament, then you start wondering who you're going to pitch. Do you have any strong pitchers? Luckily, Laredo in their first game, they were able to use their starting pitcher throughout. He was able to finish the game. Francisco Hernandez, he pitched 6 innings, There was one inning of relief by Marco Raya. So Laredo's in a good position. They're only into really their second pitcher. So let's see how long Chavana can go. Jengju Sung is on the mound for Taipei, and these pitchers, it's been interesting. We've been talking about this. JJ Gomez, one of the longtime high school coaches here in Laredo, Texas. We were talking about how do you strategize for a game like this with pitch counts and stuff like that. Well, what do? Do you save your pitcher? Do you burn the pitcher? Because in Pony League play, there's a certain amount of pitches that you can pitch, and then you have to take rests.
Even with us here in the press box is a former coach of United High School and the current Uni-Trade Stadium official for the city of Laredo, the grounds, operations.
No, actually, right now he's in here. All he's doing is getting me a fresh drink and asking if I want something to eat. That's all he does right now. Yeah, no, that's what he's doing right now.
Orders.
But you know,
welcome, Coach.
Thank you, sir. It is a strategy, right, Coach? I mean, you have to determine what you're going to do and commit to that. It looks like Taipei, what they do is they'll pitch their pitcher for a certain amount of pitchers and then they rotate out. That's what they did their games earlier today. Let's see if that's the same situation. But right now, Sung is on the mound. Let's see what he can do to get started. And for the Laredo, Joel Hinojosa, the shortstop, will lead off.
Back in the gameplay. Sung on the mound. Number 16, Hinojosa at the plate. Getting settled. And Sue is set to pitch. Wind up. Call strike one.
Nice little 80-mile-per-hour pitch. You know, it's been pretty impressive to see some of these pitchers. We've had some pitchers that go up to almost 89 miles an hour.
It's impressive at this level of play, the quality of pitching and catching and all sorts of infield and outfielder play we see. Soon with the pitch. Ooh, bunt put down. So let's see if he's going to run it out. Easy play for the pitcher soon to throw to first base for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Joel Hinojosa a little bit frustrated because he put down the bunt. You know, their game yesterday, bunts were going off the mound to the left, to the right. That one was just straight back up to the pitcher. Yes, you have to make the pitcher make the play, but if it comes straight back to him, it's a much easier play than having to go right or left.
We have number 5, Derek Chrisman at the plate. Sue is set to pitch. Here comes the pitch. Strike one. That's an interesting fact
Coach,
here.
Coach is making a comment how the pitchers are pitching from for Taipei pitches from the stretch.
Even when there's no one on base. Just so anybody watching at home can take that. Ooh, big cut into center right field.
Beautiful
Drops
base
in for
hit.
a drop little base hit there.
And Coach, you're right. That's a good observation. And one of the things I saw right now, he plays with his leg kick. You know, he comes up slow, comes down, and typically when you're in the stretch, you're there because you have runners on base. Mm-hmm. You don't have that opportunity to play with your leg kick because you might have a stolen base on you. Why would you think they change and they go from the stretch?
2 reasons. Number one, you try to disrupt the timing of the hitters. On the stretch, you try to keep them off balance because you can hang your leg at certain time. Number one, and number two, if you start looking when the game's on the line, you're normally throwing from the stretch. So now, if you're going from the windup, then you got bases runners on second and third or something, you got a double play ball.
Oh, double play ball here by the Chinese Taipei team.
So when the game's on the line, runners on second and third or runners on, late in the game, you're throwing off the stretch. So they wouldn't have to change their throwing of the mechanics. They just wouldn't do it to stretch all the time. Normally, that's what they do, the reason behind it.
Looks like the coach is having a little chat here with the Chinese Taipei team after that double play they just pulled. A very impressive defense here by the Chinese Taipei team.
I'll tell you, you look at the shortstop. Well, you look at the second baseman, Chi Chun Chen, turning that double play. He is very smooth. Quick hands. He gets rid of that ball. But it really takes a good throw from Ji Hong Lee, who threw him a ball that he was able to control and flip to first base. Everything has to work right to make a beautiful double play. You throw it off just a little bit, it really throws off everything. But right there was a perfectly executed double play.
Beautiful little 6'4". Good.
6-4-3.
Good play.
So, Robert, this is your second game announcing?
Yes, it is my second game here in the box. Interesting to see the Laredo team versus the defending champions. The last game was high stakes, winner take all. I mean, winner go advances. Germany wasn't able to come on top. The Hard Engine boys were able to win, and they followed through with their series, their hopes and dreams to win. It's anybody's series, and right now, we're here at the top of the second, 0-0, home team versus the defending champions from last year,
Right.
Chinese Taipei.
Most of the games that we saw yesterday, there was a lot of first game jitters, pitchers trying to learn the pitching mound. There's so many factors, they were telling me Germany, when they were playing yesterday, the time they were playing in Laredo, Texas was actually 4 a.m. in Germany. So they've had to adjust their time.
Little jet lag there.
Little jet lag there.
Yeah.
So I think that's all past, and now everybody's just playing baseball.
We have at the plate, number 8, Cheng Jui Su. Strike 1. Good pitch by Chavana. Chavana with the pitch. In the dirt, over the catcher's head.
I'm getting some text messages from Wellbody 101, and he's explaining about how the Taiwanese players, when they come in and talk to their coach, that if you notice, they all stand at attention. They take off their hat out of respect for their coach. So, yes, you're right, and that's exactly what they did, and it's very impressive to see that. And I personally am a little jealous that we don't do more of that with our kids.
Back in the gameplay, Giovanna with the pitch. Ooh, big rip by the Taiwanese batter into right field, base hit.
I don't know what we're going to see as far as the baseball. We were talking about the baseball dropping. The high school, the ball here at this stadium, you have to get under the ball and really put some muscle into it. Most of the balls have been dying out. A lot of the outfielders, if you're here watching the game, typically the outfielder should be a little bit further back, but they're playing in. Most of the teams are adjusting in because balls aren't carrying very high.
Chinese Taipei at the plate, number 3, Chao Wei Huang. Runner on first base. Chavana on the mound.
Let's see if he also squares around to bunt, but you can see he does have his right hand higher up on the bat. Looks like he's going to bunt.
And he's not scoring up, though. His feet he's in a running position. He's going to run it. Looks like second base advance. If he throw to first, 1 out.
He executed perfectly.
That was a really beautiful bunt there. Put it down, and he almost ran it out. He was in a position to put himself on base as well. Number 2, Nihao de Monja at the plate. Runner on second base. Chavana on the mound. With a roundup. Called strike.
In the last game, Taipei also bunted over. They bunted over a guy to second, and they actually bunted the guy over to third. So you got to get. Laredo was here scouting, so they know a little bit about that. I don't see the corners playing in as much.
Chavana set with the pitch. Ooh, inside. And they're going to call it a hit batter. And
just got him on the elbow.
Looks like it just grazed him, but they called him a hit. That's number 11, Chileho Zhao Cheng.
Man on first and second.
With the pitch, Chavana, looks like a strike. Strike 1 out. Runners on second and first. Chavana set on the mound with the windup. Strike 2.
Nice swing.
It was a fastball in and low and in.
You know, I say Laredo scouted Taipei. Taipei also scouted Laredo. They catcher behind the plate does have a good arm in Eric Garcia.
Foul ball. Chavana looking to get out of this pickle here with runners on second and first and with one out.
We'll see if Chavana can pitch that ground ball for the double play.
Well, Chinese Taipei just executed one last inning, so let's see what our hometown can do.
Yeah, situation baseball right here. Ball to the left side. Go to third, try to get that lead runner. Ball to the right, up the middle, flip a double play. But this turf runs slow, so we'll see. The players have to attack in order to get that double play if the ball's not hit very hard.
See if they ball low and outside. Catcher's coming out to throw the ball back to the pitcher, telling him to settle down.
Yeah, but I like that low pitch. You're not going to give anything. It's a 2-2 count. You want to go away, but one of the things you want confidence in your catcher that's going to block that pitch. Mm-hmm. In this situation, Chavana threw it in the dirt. Catcher's able to block it. That gives confidence to your pitcher.
Foul ball. 2-2 count, one out. Runners on second and first. Chavana on the mound. Looking like he's trying to get out of this jam here. Got opportunities here for Chinese Taipei.
Right, low swung at that. That was a high fastball out of the strike zone, a very good pitch. But that high fastball looks so fat. You just want a piece of it. Low took a shot. He didn't get it.
Checks. Ooh.
What a curve ball! That ball just broke.
Strike three. Sit him down, Laredo.
Low just kind of walked back. His respects. That curve ball was right there. Great job by Chavana to help himself out to get that second out. Now they have the situation where they can go to any base, get the out. Let's see now if he can throw that ground ball pitch.
Number 9, Ho Yi-Lung on the plate. Big swing by number 9, Ho Yi-Lung into center field. Runners crossing to the plate, safe. Runners on second and first. Run scored. Chinese Taipei up 1-0.
Yeah, that's these batters are aggressive. They'll swing at that first pitch if you give them a good pitch. Chavana might have gotten a little excited because he got the strikeout. He threw that nice curveball, and then he missed his concentration just a little bit, and he threw a pitch that went right over the plate for a single up the middle. That ball was perfectly hit to where the center fielder didn't really have a shot at home. So Taipei takes the lead 1-0.
At the plate, Cho Ni Pao. Chavana on the mound. Runners on second and first. Big swing, foul ball. Two outs for the Laredo Pony League. 0-1 count. Runners on second and first. Chavana set with a pitch. Big swing, ball down the middle. In comes a runner, ball's in, and it looks like it's going to get past the catcher safe. Runners advance to third and second.
Wow, what a hit. That hits up the middle, but it's a fast hit, so the center fielder this time has a play at the plate, comes up throwing. Actually, the way I saw that throw, it was on the money. He was going to get the runner at home, and the catcher took his eye off the ball for a split second. He missed the ball. Runner was safe at home, but how about that single under pressure with 2 outs, man on first and second, to drive in a run?
It was a split-second reaction by the catcher. It went by him, but it was the throw was on the money. And it looks like a opportunity that the Chinese Taipei team is going to take advantage of here in the top of the second inning. Strike one. Chavana looking to get out of this jam. Third and second. Runners on in scoring position. Chavana set with the pitch. Big swing up. It looks like the first baseman's going to try to track it down, and it's out of play.
Laredo sending some players to the bullpen. Here the bullpen is on the right field line. There's the players can't actually see what's going on. The wall's in the way, so they've built like a perch out there. So after the pitchers warmed up, they actually have to climb up and sit on the bench so that the coach could actually see that they're ready.
Chavano with the pitch, foul ball. Looks like this batter is going to make Chavano work for this final out. 0 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners on third and second. Big swing by number 4, Ken Shishun.
Shen did a good job. He got under, but once again, the ball just does not carry here. It gives an opportunity for the center fielder to get under it to make the third out. But
it is a big park, 400 feet at the center field. You hit it in between center left, and you can have space to run if you're a quick outfielder.
Oh, definitely.
So this is definitely going to be a pitcher's ballpark here in Laredo, home of the Tecolotes, the only international Mexican League baseball team that plays both in Nuevo Laredo and here in Laredo.
But how about the hitting performance by Taipei to score some runs? Oh, I talked earlier about how they like to bunt. They play small ball. They make they steal bases. They do that. That was flat out just hit after hit. Guy in scoring position, get the hit and score the run. So kudos to Taipei for doing their part with the bats. Really
Definitely.
Swinging the ball, putting the ball in play, and scoring some runs.
We'll take some time to thank some of our sponsors: Sunbelt Air Conditioning Refrigerator, Pearson Whitworth, Borchers, and Morales, Attorneys at Law, Blue Top Digital Retrographics, it's a printing company, and Liquid Studio Group. Playmore Entertainment Center, Andy's Mobility Lift Services, Sunbelt Air Conditioning again, Refrigerator Servicing Incorporated, Pearson Whitworth, Borchers and Morales, Blue Top Digital Performance Graphics, Liquid Studio Group, Rudy's Barbecue. Looking like we're going to come back into play here.
We were talking about Playmore. Here in Laredo, Playmore is our bowling and arcade kind of facility.
Yeah.
And all these teams have been bombarding that place. I heard that it was packed over there.
Definitely. Number 12, Galvan, up to the plate.
Galvan, one of the strongest hitters on the Laredo team, and also a speedster. He was one of the guys that really came through from Laredo to get that win with Germany.
Pitch comes in low in the dirt. Ball 1 for Galvan at the plate. It's the bottom of the second inning. Chinese Taipei is up 2-0. With Sergio Galvan at the plate.
You got to enjoy the fans that came out to see Taipei. They've been out here all day. I was here this morning at 7 a.m. Okay, I'm exaggerating, 7:30. But fans were already getting here.
Back in the gameplay, Galvan at the plate. Big swing, foul ball. Sergio Galvan with that strong swing there.
I don't want to disrespect him, but earlier we had the consul / ambassador from Houston in town with a delegation here supporting the team. He is loving it, telling me baseball's their sport, and he's been here. I'm looking for him in the stands, but he's been here all weekend. Plans to be here through the tournament, and then a couple of days after, he'll be here to have a visit with our local dignitaries here. But today, he's just a fan of baseball, and he's here cheering on his team.
Always a great opportunity with these tournaments to make these connections worldwide. Big swing by Galvan, running, foul tip, catcher throws, out in time. Out number 2.
Lead behind the plate. What a throw. Galvan is a speedster. He gets down the field, so the catcher has to come out. Now, this ball was to his left. So he has to go to his left, pick up the ball, make a 360 turn, and throw a shot to first base with a speedy runner. So he made that play look easy, and believe me, that's not an easy play.
No, those plays are always difficult. There's a lot of factors that go in. Any throw can go awry in baseball. Number 14, Nomar Garcia at the plate, playing center field.
Let's see what Garcia does now. This is the kid that was in center field that made the throw home that that the catcher wasn't able to hold on to. So let's see what he does at the plate.
Batting lefty there, big strong hit there to second base, thrown out. Seemed like a easy throw for the second baseman.
Yeah, we've had some plays, the hustle there to get down the line. That's important. Yesterday we had some players that hit some balls that typically are routine outs, but because of the light situation here and stuff like that, we're lost in the lights. They dropped the ball, and because the runner was hustling down the line, they were able to get doubles. That stuff that you tell your players, run it out. It doesn't matter, run it out, because good things could happen.
Ball high, ball. We have 2 outs, no runners on for the Laredo host team. Number 8, Jerry Villarreal at the plate, playing right field for the Laredo team. Chinese Taipei pitcher is set, and with the windup in the pitch. Low and inside in the dirt. Ball 2.
Every time the pitcher comes, he winds up, throws, and on that last ball, he looked down. There seems to be a hole right where his foot lands, and it seems to be giving him some trouble.
Su Shen-Wei with the windup in the pitch. Called strike. 2-1 count, 2 outs, no runners on for our Laredo host team. With a pitch. Oh, and the first baseman missteps on that one. And the runner's called safe at first base.
Once again, there's a perfect example. Garcia hits a grounder. He runs it out.
With a pitch.
But he runs hard, and the first baseman bobbles the ball. He's able to get there. If he were to slow up any time, the second base was there to cover. Good job to hustle. You like to see that. You like these young kids to push it every time. Get down the line. This is World Series play. You have to play at a higher level, and everything you do has to be at a higher level here at this World Series.
Every ball counts, and that one was a definite mishap by the first baseman of Chinese Taipei. And with a pitch, big cut by number 4, Greg Campos, who's DHing here. Runner on first base, 2 outs, 1 strike for Campos. Su Shen-Wei on the mound. Takes a glance at first base. Winds up with the pitch. Big cut by Campos, foul.
This is what you have to do if you're Laredo. You have to make the pitcher pitch, take him deep into the counts, make him throw a lot of pitches, keep him on the mound. Laredo is a hot city. We'll check the temperature in a little bit. It's a hot city. Yesterday was 105. So, if you can keep the pitcher out there and make him throw deep into the count, that helps you in the later innings.
Pitcher goes to first base, keeping him honest. Number 4, Campos at the plate. Su Shen-Wei on the mound. Sets. Wind up in the pitch. And the Chinese Taipei team gets the final out there. 6-4.
Soft hands in that middle infield.
I'd like to see how these kids are reacting to the hybrid field. My first thoughts when I was on it was this is a little bouncy. And I'm pretty sure you get more consistent, bounces from the ball but
You're right.
I can imagine how hot it can get down there.
Yeah, this is our first year. This was installed in the fall of last year, and so this is the first tournament actually using this turf, and we are getting a response from the players to tell us a little bit about it. You have that seam that's the transition from the dirt to the turf. They're talking a little bit about that. One of the pitchers described the mound as spongy. No, I'm sorry, not spongy, sticky.
Sticky.
I don't know what sticky is, but
I can imagine as a base runner, it would be a little difficult to transition from the dirt to the turf.
Right.
When you're on base paths, that's why I feel like like you were saying, they usually take the lead up until that little the little crease there, and it seems like it's a big distance from here, but really, truly, it's only a step and a skip.
It could
You're
be an
back on
illusion,
first
yeah,
base.
yeah.
It's not too cavalier of a lead.
It isn't, but it does give the illusion. And Laredo went to this turf once again because it's a hot market, very little rain in this area. In order to save money on watering the grass and trying to maintain, which was a battle just to do that, the city of Laredo decided that they were going to go all turf, which they have. It makes for a beautiful field when you see it on TV. So everybody out there who's seen the field are saying, "What an amazing field!" It really looks beautiful. But as a player on the field, I think they're still judging the field whether they like it or not. I talked to some parents, and the parents are like, "Oh, I'm old school. I'm a grass person, and I'm the same way. I played on grass." But this is the new thing that's out there.
Chavana with the pitch, called strike one. Definitely a new thing out there. It's interesting to see it in play. I was interested to see it when it was first installed, and I spoke to coach or the operations manager, and he was happy with it because it was his brainchild. It's never been done here in any stadium, in major league play or any type of play, in collegiate or in the high school. So it's interesting to see it in use. Big cut. It's gonna.
Fair ball.
Fair ball, and it's gonna be a double for the Chinese Taipei team. Oh no, they called it. Yeah, it was fair.
Next at bat, number 6, 6号打歌，第4棒刘基宏刘基手。
Up to the bat, number 6 from the Chinese Taipei team.
Yo Zi Hong.
Something like that. Ooh, with the bunt, and the pitcher Chavana turns and throws it first. Called out for the first out.
That's the Taipei I'm talking about. They get that double. You get a double, you have a. But Taipei, that's their game plan. So they're willing to sacrifice the out to advance the runner.
Well, they're up 2-0 now, and the runner's on third base. Chavana on the play and at the mound. Called strike. 0-1 count, 1 out with the runner on third base. Chavana on the mound.
You wonder how long Laredo's going to keep Chavana in there.
Let's see it. The heat, it's not too bad. There's a nice little overcast, and I see the wind blowing, so it might be a long day for Chavana.
Well, you can see in the bullpen, the Laredo pitchers are sitting on the bench. That's a signal that they're ready to go. So this is now, I guess, they're going to wait and see what happens this batter. But you can see that the manager, Jorge Canales, he's standing on the first step. He's just looking at his pitcher.
Big swing. Center fielder seems to get under it and gets it. Throw to home, and it is on time, safe. Called safe by the throw by center field.
That's good
Chinese
baseball
Taipei
right
goes
there.
up 3-0.
That's good baseball right there. You get that double down the line. You bunt them over to third. You get that fly ball to center fielder. Center fielder actually made an excellent throw. He was just off by just a little
millisecond, really.
But that's how fast Taipei will score a run on you. And now they're up 3-0, but the execution and getting that runner in, that's what they're all about.
Chavana with the pitch. Low and inside, in the dirt. That run was manufactured by the coach of Chinese Taipei. Good call by that bunt. And great pop fly and great thing that he tagged up and he was able to get home.
That's right.
Big swing, number 3 up in the air. Third baseman looks to get underneath it. Squeezes it for the final out of the inning.
Yeah, and then you wonder, they're so fast in getting to produce a run. Chavana really didn't spend a lot of time out on the mound. It didn't seem like he was out there a long time, but Taipei scores a run. So now, as the manager, you're wondering, well, do I keep him in there? I mean, he didn't really have a bad inning.
No.
It wasn't a long inning. He didn't go deep in the count with anybody, but it was bang, bang, and they score a run. And then you sit there and you wonder, well, he's not tired. So what do you do as the manager? Is this the time that you start saying, maybe we need a different pitcher, a different look, or we stay with our guy?
Well, I think this is where you got to really dig deep and you got to take what the coach says and to heart, really. But I think they're going to stick with him, and they're going to see how long he can go. I would say he'd pitch deep into the 5th inning the way he's going now. The amount of pitching he's given, the pitches per inning, on par. I think, like you said, the Chinese Taipei team is very tough. They're skilled and they can score in an instant. And they created this opportunity with their good calling for the coach there, bunt and then the pop fly wasn't called, but that's what the outcome.
Well, you just if you're Laredo, you don't want Sung on the mound with a lead, because now he's comfortable. He's got a 3-1 lead. He's got an excellent infield. Everybody's executing their plays. So now you have a pitcher on the mound that has more confidence. Definitely. Because my defense is playing well for me. Everybody's executing. They're scoring runs for me. So, that just makes him that much better of a pitcher, because now he has confidence. So Laredo needs to do something now. They need to start swinging the bat, scoring some runs, rattle the pitcher a little bit, and try to see if they can't manufacture some runs to keep this game close.
Let's see what Laredo does in this at-bat. Number 7, Julio Tapado, at the plate. Ball in the dirt, ball 1. Xu Shenhui with the pitch. Got away from the catcher. Wind up in the pitch. Big swing up in the air. Looks like the first baseman's going to try to get underneath it, and he seems to have gotten underneath it with the first out of the inning.
Nice play by the first baseman, but second baseman actually called him off.
He did, but sometimes with the first baseman on that line, you just do what you got to do.
Yeah, first baseman's laughing at the second baseman. Second baseman's looking at him like, wait a minute, that was mine, I called it. And first baseman's like, no, I was under it, I'm going to take it. So it's a nice little play there, but that they're so disciplined that they're aware of what's going on. Most guys would run into each other, drop the ball, and next thing big problem, but they made that look easy.
Next up to bat, number 13, Eric Garcia for Laredo. Xu Shenhui with the pitch.
I'll tell you what, not only is Taipei a good pitching team, but they have some nice uniforms. They just have some beautiful uniforms. Bright royal blue jerseys with white pants, looking very sharp.
Xu Shenhui with the pitch. Called strike. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out for the Chinese Taipei team. Xu Shenhui with a pitch. Third base scoops it up, throws it to first. 2 outs.
You just see the talent level out there. The third baseman, Lin, with his glove work, his strong arm, his the way his feet move, he's just a solid player. I'm almost sure you're going to see these guys at the next level. They've just have their fundamentals down, and not once you have your fundamentals down, but you bring a kid who's strong and fast, you're definitely going to see them at the next level.
Joel Hinojosa, number 6 at the plate. Ball 1. 2 outs, 1 ball, 0 strikes for Laredo. Chinese Taipei on the mound on defense. Su Shen-Wei with the pitch. Big cut by Hinojosa. Foul ball. Hinojosa's taking a step off of the mound, out of the batter's box to collect himself. Su Jae-Wee with the pitch. Big cut for Joel, but it is caught by the center fielder for the final out of this Chinese Taipei defensive series.
That was a nice pitch. It wasn't it looked to me like more like an off-speed, maybe a changeup, but it was thrown on the inside of the hand, so it kind of jammed the batter for an easy pop fly to the outfield. But those little things make that pitcher that much better because he can beat you with his speed, he can beat you with his change of speed, and then he has the curveball to match. So, that Laredo has a lot of work if they're going to knock this pitcher out of the game and try to get some runs. But now let's see what Chavana can do. He's back on the mound. We talked about that. Let's see how long he can go. Let's see what he can do to hopefully get a quick inning. Even though I say quick inning, but I'm talking about a quick inning without any runs being scored. Let's see if we can get 3 up, 3 down, get back in there, and try to get something going. This is a 7-inning game, so we're roughly at the midway point, and so it's something that Chavana has to kind of focus, concentrate, get those good pitches, target where they're going to go, and create those ground balls, let the defense make the plays, get off the field, get into the dugout, and create some runs.
Yep, well, 3 up, 3 down will still be at least nine pitches for the young man, so we'll see how he fares in this inning.
Well, I'll tell you what, this Taipei team is not waiting. They're jumping on that first pitch. So, they jump on that first pitch, get a ground ball, you get an out, that's 1 pitch. It's not 3 anymore. So, that could help Chavana. Now, Taipei is very smart, too. Mm-hmm. So they might just hold back from swinging at that first pitch and make him go deep in the count and get into some 3-2, 2-2, 1-2, some counts that go a little bit deeper and make him stay out on the mound a little bit longer and help themselves out. They're in no rush. They're leading 3-0.
They're sitting pretty 3-0. You're absolutely correct. But we'll see what happens in this inning. Looks like we're getting back into gameplay here.
I just want to say hi to Jasmine. Jasmine's been writing to us. She says, Taiwan, go. Thank you, Jasmine.
Looks like number 2, Li Meng-Sheng, is up at the plate.
Jen in El Paso, I hope your message, we don't know what's happening in El Paso, but hopefully everybody's fine. We pray for them.
The Chinese Taipei fans are cheering up in arms here. You can hear them from the press box. First pitch, ball 1 for Chavana. Chavana with the wind-up and the pitch. Big swing in the center field. Looks like the center fielder can get underneath it and gets the first out of the inning.
There you go. There's 2 pitches right there. So that's something that helps Chavana. Just a weather update. Weather update. It's 102 in Laredo.
Oh, right now.
Yeah. Now, the umpires say they have this unit that can check the temperature of the ground. They were telling me that it was 106 yesterday, but on the field it was 180.
Chavana with the pitch, strike 2.
180.
180.
That's what he was saying. The field felt like, yes.
That's the symptom of the turf. That's
right.
Really. But I mean, you convenience for you're nothing's gonna be perfect ever.
No, but good.
That's why I'm interested to see what the kids think of it, how they're taking.
Oh, absolutely.
How they're adapting to the field, to the heat. Maybe in other fields, if they play at the other field, they're at SAC, the student activity complex. Maybe it's a different feel for them. Ball in the center field, drops for a base hit for number 11 of the Chinese Taipei team, Lo Hao Shen.
Paolo We're working on it. We'll go ahead and find out the score of the
SC Red Sox Mexico. Definitely try to get that updated for you guys. If you want to check the scores, you can check the Laredo Pony League.org website, and they do have all the scores there listed.
Really?
They do, yes.
I didn't know that.
Game Changer is a great app. I believe that they're streaming the 1,200 games there under the Game Changer app, but there's also a separate portion where you can go click on all the teams, and I believe the Palomino series is also listed there.
I'll tell you what, we have this game here, and then we have Mazatlan playing California.
Big swing by the Chinese Taipei team. Falls in center right field for a base hit. Runner advances a second.
It looks like that's going to be it for Chavana.
Chavana looks like he is looking over to the coach. Coach is walking out, and they're going to have a little chat on the mound. We're going to see what's going to happen with Chavana.
What level hitting by Taipei? You know, if you kind of think about it, the center fielder's been getting all the plays. The previous hit was to the center fielder's right. He had to run down, get it, throw it in. Just now, that pitch was to the left. He had to run to his left to get it. It's almost as if they're picking on that center fielder, but it's just keeping your head down, driving the ball, driving through the ball, and putting it in play, and Taipei's doing a wonderful job.
I wouldn't doubt if the coach had a little chat with him inside the dugout saying, well, this is where we're going to try to attack and where we're going to try to hit the ball. You do see that.
You don't know where obviously you kind of try to work where you're going to hit the ball, but sometimes, it's just keep your head down, keep your balance, swing through the ball, and hit it back where it came from, and that's what they're doing. They're hitting it back towards the center.
Not all players can do that, but at this level, I think the Chinese Taipei team is showing us some World Series style baseball here.
Definitely.
Good baseball.
I tell you, it's exciting. The city of Laredo gets ready for this tournament, and it takes them about a year. Pony directors come into town. They're checking out the fields throughout the year, making sure they're up to speed. Then you have the city officials that have meetings together, the police department, the hospitals, the fire department, all the city departments get together. They're having meetings throughout just to prepare for these kids to come to Laredo, Texas, so that we're totally ready for them. We have shuttle buses that pick up the players and get them to where they need to go, and then we also have our director Richard Rosas, who will actually go to the hotel early in the morning to make sure the players are up and they're ready to go, even though we know they're ready. But
a lot of responsibility.
There's a lot of responsibility. But so any parent that's out there wondering how their child is doing, believe me, when they come into our town of Laredo, Texas, they become our child, and we take care of them. Maybe we're a little overprotective, but that's just what we do. This Taipei team is treated like royalty when they're here in this town. The people love them. I talked to my daughter. My daughter works at an outlet here in Laredo, at Nike outlet. Some of the players are over there checking things out. You had Germany that's been around town. Germany has a big following of girls that just like to see them. So it's been exciting this whole weekend.
Quick game update. We're going to come back into gameplay here. We had a pitching change. Kiko Castillo is now on the mound. He just warmed up for the Laredo host team. Number 7's at the plate. Yen Kwashin on the plate. Runners on second and first. Castillo setting. With a windup in the pitch, he checks his second base runner there. Quick little step off and a look, just to keep him honest. Castillo sets. In with a pitch. Ooh, big little hit to the second baseman, and it's going to be a quick safe at first, 1 out. Out at second, runner advances to third. It was going to be a quick double play that turned into a 1 out for Laredo. 2 outs going into this next batter.
You could see the difference. A ground ball, that's a normal ground ball. You think it's an easy double play? Boom, a little bobble, guy's safe at first. That's a difference between a championship style infield like Taipei against a team like Laredo. There's the focus, the getting the plays. That's a ground ball that gets you out of an inning. You know, the pitcher does his job. Castillo comes in, pitches that ground ball, and they're still out there.
Number 4, Shishu Shen. Runner goes. Catcher checks both of them. Runner advances to second base. Runner's on third and second. Castillo on the mound. With a windup in the pitch. Outside. Ball 2. 2 outs for the host Laredo team. In a little pickle here with the runners in third and second.
Castillo doing a good job. He's actually keeping the ball in and in tight.
Good placement by the pitcher, Castillo. Let's see what this next batter can do. Runners on third and second. Ball took a little time to get in from the outfield, but we're back in play.
Let's see if he continues playing that inside pitch. Yep.
Strike. Strike 2. We got a 2-2 count with 2 outs for Castillo on the mound. Runners on third and second.
I don't know if Castillo has thrown an off-speed pitch. Maybe right here is the time to drop one in.
Castillo with the pitch. Little swing. And it's
And he
thrown
does,
out.
and he gets out of the inning.
Third baseman with an easy throw to first base. Made it look easy. Probably wasn't, but he was able to get the out.
I don't know if Castillo has thrown an off-speed pitch. Maybe right here is the time to drop one in.
Castillo with the pitch. Little swing. And it's
And he
thrown
does, and
out.
he gets out of the inning.
Third baseman with an easy throw to first base. Made it look easy.
And they come with a lot of talent, and you know, they also make it look fun. You know, they
Definitely.
really make it look fun.
Oh,
And
yeah.
You were commenting. We opened the windows in our booth, you know, just to kind of hear the crowd and everything. And directly below us, I can't see them, but there's a contingency of
The delegation.
the
of
delegation of
Chinese
Taipei that's
yeah.
doing their singing and stuff right underneath us.
They are animated. They are here to win. They are the defending champions from the last World Series for the Palomino division. And it's going to be looking like a great day for baseball here. Chinese Taipei up 3-0 up on the Laredo host team. We're here, and it is a good game here in Uni-Trade Stadium, Laredo, Texas, hosting the 2019 Palomino and Bronco World Series. The first time in the history of the Pony League that one city has held both series in one weekend.
You're
Never
absolutely
has that
right.
ever been done. So
Yep.
that's a great accomplishment here for the city of Laredo and the county of Webb, who are both contributors to this great opportunity for these young gentlemen to come out and play at this level. This level is world class.
You read
We have
my
had
mind.
scouts here.
Yep.
We've had great baseball play. Players from Germany, players from Asia and Mexico, and all over the world here getting into play. Number 5 at the plate.
Number 5 back,
Derek Chrisman at the plate. Big swing, foul ball, foul tip. Went between the batter's legs. I think he's all right.
Derek smiling because he knew that was a nice pitch. You know, he jumped on that first one. He just didn't get it. I know he's saying to himself, just give me back that pitch.
Interesting what the Chinese Taipei team does here on defense. Big swing, and it gets by the shortstop. Looks like it's going to be a ground for Fourth. Chinese Taipei up 3-0.
If you're going to make a run, the first thing you have to do is get that first batter on base. So that's a good start for Laredo. Let's see if they just build on that.
A statistic that's not really looked at, but is very important, on base percentage. And, you know, these opportunities hopefully can lead to runs. If you don't get on base, you can't score. So it looks like a strike one here for the Chinese Taipei team.
Number 16, Eric
Coach
Ruiz.
Canales at third base giving the signs.
He's going with a hit and run, but he's going to have to come back as foul ball.
Boy, you cringe because you call for a hit and run. Runner's on his way. Good swing of the bat. If that thing stays fair, you'll have a guy on third, guy on first, and it was just foul.
Zhu Shui on the mound. Running on first base. No outs. 0-2 count for the batter. Number 16. Big hit that goes by the first baseman and the second baseman. Runner advances to third base.
Nice set of hitting by Eric Ruiz. You want to hit behind the runner on first base. What he did was he pulled the ball. He was able to get it past the first baseman, behind the runner. Runner's able to run all the way to third. Excellent batting. Now you have Laredo with a run on first and third with a chance to score a run here. And to the plate, oh yeah, the big man, Sergio Galvan. This is the situation you want. You want Galvan, you want Garcia, and you want Villarreal. That's the middle of your lineup. The two guys ahead of them did their job getting on base. Now it's time for the big bats to come up for Laredo.
Batting up cleanup, number 12. Sergio Galvan. Runners on the corners, third and first, scoring position. Let's see what happens with this at-bat. Shun Shui with the pitch. Strike one. Foul tip.
Galvan has to be patient.
It's a great opportunity for a run to score here. Let's see if Galvan can take advantage of it. Runners in the corner. No balls, one strike, no outs for the Laredo home team. Big swing and a miss. Goes off the catcher.
Galvan puts himself in a hole. 0-2. Little excited going after two pitches. The situation,
foul ball.
Yeah, the situation here with Ruiz at first, he's not fleet-footed. He's not your typical base stealer. First and third situation, you typically see them take off, get him over to second base on a steal. They're not doing that as much. He's not as fast. They're letting Galvan do his thing hitting. 0-2. Let's see what Galvan can do. He's got to buckle down now. The pitcher, Sung, is a knowledgeable pitcher. I don't believe he's going to give him anything good. Let's see what happens.
Sue on the mound. Wind up in the pitch. Big swing by Galvan and a miss. Strikes out.
Yeah, you put yourself in a situation like that. Sung pitched a beautiful pitch, high fastball. I talked about those earlier. You get those high fastballs, they look so big, so nice. You just want to swing at them. That's helping yourself out as a pitcher to get that first out.
Well, that was a missed opportunity by Laredo to score some runs. Runs in the corners. One out for Laredo. Number 14, Garcia up on the plate. Pitcher set. Here comes a pitch. Big swing, foul ball. That went over the press box here. Gave me a scare.
Windows open.
Windows are open. Yeah, we got to be careful here. Quick on your feet, Orly. Don't get hit.
I'm standing behind you. I'm not going to get hit. I'm going to stand behind you.
Sound like my dad.
Yeah. Too bad Kenny wasn't here. Kenny, he's a big boy. I can stand behind him.
He would have caught the ball. He would have caught it barehanded. Definitely, Kenny would have caught it. Call strike 2.
See, this is some people would talk about if you're behind 3-0, you take the first strike. You try to work. This is back-to-back batters that come into the situation, swing at the first pitch, and now they're in the hole. Both batters were 0-2. Now this is an 0-2 situation. This is where Sung pitched that high fastball. Let's see if he comes back with that high fastball.
Well, you want to be aggressive, especially when you're down 3-0. Sujin with the pitch, and it's going to go right to second base. Caught for the second out. First base runner was able to get back in time. It was almost a double play there, but it wasn't able to be.
Ruiz was heads up on that one. That was a line shot. That goes over the second baseman's head, and we have a different ball game. But the second baseman was able to catch it and had the wherewithal to throw to first base. But Ruiz, seeing that it was caught, dives back to first, and now we're in a situation, first and third, 2 outs.
Number 8, Jerry Villarreal at the plate. You're absolutely correct. Number 16, Ruiz at first base is also a first baseman, so you don't necessarily see such limber, fast first basemen, but he was able to get back in time. Check swing. They called the first base line, and they called it a no swing.
Once again, Sung throwing pitches that these batters want to go after, but at some point you gotta say no. Try to stay off that first pitch. You want to be aggressive. You want to go after it, but at some point you don't know if that's hurting you or helping you.
Villarreal at the plate. Runners on the corners. Big swing. Let's see what happens. And it's going to be an out for Chinese Taipei. Getting out of this jam for the pitcher. Runners left on the bases. Missed opportunity here for the Laredo team to score some runs.
Chao Wei Wang, the third baseman.
I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear the Chinese Taipei team, and they're out there cheering.
I just love the play of the third baseman from Taipei. He just does a wonderful job, covers a lot of ground, has a strong arm, but credit the pitching of Sung to keep Laredo at bay. He started off, you get that single, you move the runner over on a beautiful hit to right field to get a first and third no-out situation, and then to come back and get 2 strikeouts and then the ground ball. Beautiful pitching right there for Taipei.
Well, let's see if Kiko Castillo can get out of this inning just like he did the fourth with no run scored. If he can do this and keep it close, it'll be a real tight game, and we'll see what happens. Continuing on with the gameplay, we're about to come back into the gameplay. Just about to get ready.
I haven't forgotten about that score from California, Mexico. I'm texting everybody to send me the score so we can update our friends who are out there. Let's see who's out there. Arlis Greco, thank you very much for listening in to our broadcast. We'll try to get that score for you. Santa Clara, California is playing Mazatlan, Mexico right now. They're playing at our Student Activity Center, which is not far from here, just south of us or just east of us. That's also a beautiful complex. I don't know if you hear in the background as we have an announcer, and I want to say it's one of the fans from Laredo, Texas, who took it upon himself to come up here and announce the batters as they come to the plate. Thank you for helping us out. We don't mean to butcher names, but that is just
cost of doing business.
Yes,
it's a cost of doing business here. We're here
study the names,
volunteering for this. Orly and I. It's a great opportunity to come out here and call this game. And we have a big hit by the Chinese Taipei team. Second baseman scoops it up. Looks like it's gonna be an out. First out of the inning. Laredo on defense here. Castillo on the mound.
Yes, Castillo doing a good job keeping that ball down. He comes in relief, but you like that he's throwing strikes. This is not a game where they're walking people. No, they're throwing strikes, throwing grounders. So the game's moving along. Let's see if Castillo can shut down Taipei again to get Laredo back in the dugout.
Li Jihong at the plate. Call strike 1, Castillo. Good pitch there. Starting out the second batter. 0-1 count, 1 out. No runners on base. Ball 1. 1-1 count, 1 out for Castillo on the mound. Castillo set. Here comes a windup in the pitch. Low and outside in the dirt. Look at that throw by that umpire. Right on the money.
They
With authority. He went out there and threw it out there.
Taipei also runs up some banners, and I see a banner that says Taiwanese Association of America of San Antonio chapter.
Awesome. They're here. Third baseman with a scoop up and the throw to first. Second out of the inning. Easy play here for the defense for Laredo. Looking to put it away here quick for Castillo on the mound. Giving him some support here.
And that's what it's about. As a pitcher, at this level of play, sometimes you're the star pitcher of your high school. You're the star pitcher of your team, and you want to do it all yourself, and it's very difficult to do that. You have to let your defense help you. If you just feel like you're going to go out there and strike out everybody, it's not going to work at this level of play.
Castillo with a low inside pitch, ball 1. 0-1 count, 2 outs. We just had another chant by the Chinese Taipei fans.
I think you're egging them on. I think they hear you.
You think they're on their phones following the live feed and watching the game? That's a diving catch by the
beautiful.
left fielder. Castillo with the pitch. It was driven to left field, and the left fielder got underneath it and it was sliding catch.
That's a beautiful catch, and that's a beautiful catch. I don't care what level of baseball you play. That's a heck of a catch because that ball is a line shot, but it's going down fast. So as a defender, you have to make up the decision. Am I going to go in underneath and try to catch it, or am I going to play the bounce and bring it in? Because if not, it's going to the wall.
Well, it takes some guts, and it was a good call on the left fielder.
Gutsy play on the left fielder. You're
on
right.
the left fielder, because once you slide, once you commit, you're committed.
You're committed. And you said it earlier how big this outfield is. That center fielder would have to cover a lot of ground to go get the ball. The left fielder would have had to get up and go run for the ball. And with the speed of Taipei, you could have had an inside the park home run or
Especially
something
if it
like
rolls
that.
all the way down to that fence line. 400
right.
yards in center field, and it's around 358 over here on the left field. It's a big field here. It's a Mexican major league field that a team plays on, and our young men here are playing at the World Series, the Palomino World Series of 2019. It's going to be good baseball so far.
Yeah, if you look around, you have T-shirt sales going on. You have the food. You have snow cones outside. And then I went over to the Broncos tournament earlier today, and they had a home run derby going on. So you have the kids out there enjoying that. So just the atmosphere, the baseball atmosphere in Laredo this weekend it's just really it's gone to a different level. We are a baseball city. There's a love for baseball, but this level of baseball just makes it that much better in our community.
Definitely here at our collegiate, the local university, and our high schools, we do love baseball. It's America's pastime, of course. It's also one of our dear pastimes here in Laredo. Up at the plate, number 4, Hector Alba.
Greg Campos.
Greg Campos. Sorry.
Taipei with a 3-0 lead. Let's see what Laredo does. Let's see if they chase those first pitches.
First pitch low, ball 1. Wind up in the pitch. Inside called strike 1. 1-1 count, no outs for the Chinese Taipei.
Soon throwing about an 80-mile-per-hour pitch right there.
Still dominant on the mound
He really is.
into 5 innings of play. Big hit here. Right field is able to get underneath it, though, for the first out of this final half of the inning.
Soon able to keep that ball inside. You can see the swing was kind of like a tight swing, and the batter was able to battle it out into right field, but just doesn't have any place to go. The outfielders are playing defense, and that was just a well-played defensive play by the right fielder.
Sue on the mound, set for the next pitch. with a windup. Strike one. 0-1 count, 1 out. No runners on. Number 7 on the plate, Julio Tabada. With the pitch. Ball 1. High and outside. Tabada did not want any of that pitch. Tabada at the plate. Called strike 2. 1-2 count, 1 out. No runners on. Tabada at the plate. Wind up in the pitch. Ooh, a little blooper there. It's going to drop to the second baseman, scoops it up, and it's out number 2 for Chinese Taipei on defense here.
Sung did a great job. You know, the pitch calling is really exciting to watch because, you know, he's coming with a slider. He's coming with a fastball. That was just a slow curveball that caught the batter off guard. He was out in front of the ball, and he wasn't able to get any power onto it. But way to mix his pitches, changing speeds, location. He's doing a great job on the mound right now.
At the plate, number 13, Eric Garza, catcher for the Laredo team. Big swing and a miss there for Eric. Really wanted to get a piece of that one.
He did. He did.
No man on, 2 outs, 0-1 count for Eric Garcia. Garcia taking a step out of the batter's box now. Just getting reacquainted there. So with the pitch. Staying alive for this at-bat here. 0-2 count, 2 outs.
It's just really tough to bat against Sung and his hit, and on an 0-2. He does a great job of changing things. Now, the last 2 batters, he pitched high fastballs on 0-2s. Let's see if they stays consistent with that.
Sue with the wind-up in the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Strike 3 for our number 12, Garcia there. Sitting down for the Laredo team. Chinese Taipei sitting pretty with a 3-0 lead going into the 6th inning.
It's just such a hard pitch. You know, he threw that fastball, and he brings it to eye level. And in any level of baseball, that high fastball looks so good. You just want to swing at it. But once again, you put yourself in an 0-2 situation. You have to protect the plate. You're trying to stay in there. So you jump on that pitch, and there's just nothing you can do. You're not going to get to it. It's just, one, it's too fast. It's not in the right position to hit. You're not going to hit it. So great job of pitching by Taipei.
A lot of pitchers would try to throw that curveball, you know, make it drop off the table, but a lot of them would rather just have a good changeup, like a combination,
right.
Fastball changeup combination there, and they can get anybody out.
The art of baseball, you know, you have to learn to change speeds. You know, you get these pitchers that are throwing 96, 97 coming into the league. Well, guess what? A lot of these guys hit those pitches.
Yeah.
These kids out there today are used to hitting a pitcher that throws 94, 93. Now, back when I played, there is no way. I never saw that, you know. But these guys, that's what they're playing with nowadays. So if you think you're going to come in and throw a 96-mile-per-hour fastball and get by any of these guys, that's not the case. You know, you have to learn to change speeds, and you have confidence that you don't have to blow it by somebody. You could just change up the speed a little bit, and that will be that what you're talking about, that curveball with a different, you know, the different direction that the ball is going to go. All those little things make for a better player. I say that, and I remember watching Gary. I just went blank. Maddox. Gary Maddox was in the major leagues.
Greg Maddox,
excuse me. In the majors, never really was a fast pitcher, but boy,
Nope.
he could change it up.
He had some junk that he could throw out there, and he was dominant.
Absolutely.
And he was not a very dominant fastball like Johnson or Clemens, who would just try to overpower you. But you can even those overpower pitches can that's where that changeup comes in. If you can disguise the changeup and you look like your fastball, then you're gonna make people look foolish all day.
That's right.
Look like we're having a little powwow here on the pitcher's mound.
Just to answer a question, yes, in the United States, baseball and softball teams are very common. Softball here in United States has picked up fast pitch softball. Our College World Series softball is super popular. And yes, we have leagues for girls softball.
Looks like we're back here in gameplay. Third baseman scoops it up, throws the first for out number 1.
And yes, high school baseball is also very big. And our Pony League program in the United States is very big. So baseball is a big part of our country. Thank you for asking that question. And then we have, I hope I get this name right, Shen. Shen types in Laredo Taco Company.
And that's one of our big pulls here in Laredo Taco Company. Castillo with a pitch outside, ball 1. 1 out, no runners on.
Okay, she's making me hungry.
Number 2, Li Mengxie is at the plate. Big swing by number 2 from the Chinese Taipei team. Foul ball. Castillo on the mound. 1-1 count. 1 out. No runners on. Swing in the dirt. Ball 2.
I really like this Castillo. Castillo's doing a good job. He's been able to come in and settle down Taipei.
He did. He had some work ahead of him. He was coming into a 3-0 game, but look at the scoreboard. There's 2 goose eggs up there. And
Exactly my point.
He's the cause of those, yeah.
He's kind of calmed them down. As soon as we say that.
Definitely doing his job, but we don't want to jinx him, as they say. Especially in baseball, there's a lot of fortune involved.
That's right.
A lot of,
superstitious.
Superstitious. And look at that. Ball 4 gets past the catcher.
Justo Garza is asking, will Laredo make a comeback? I think they can. Laredo, I've been to their practices. I've gotten to see these players play, and they are the type of team that they get them in bunches, and they're fast on the base path. And they just got to catch a break, and what helps is Castillo shutting down Taipei. We have to shut them down. There can't be any more runs scored. It's a 3-0 game, but with Taipei, that could be 6-0. They're that good. So Castillo has to do his job right now to shut down Taipei.
Castillo on the mound with the pitch. Goes past the catcher. Runner advances to second base. Looks like a misfortune here for the Laredo team. Runner advances, and Castillo's having a little word there with his catcher. It's settled there. I think it's going to be a full infield powwow for the time being.
There's a running change. Pinch runner
here. Number 14's going to come in for number 2. Shu Kai Shuang looks like it's going to be coming in.
He'll be pinch running.
Number 15? Or number 14? 14. Number 14. Su Hao Tai Hao is at second base for the number 2.
I love that guy's voice. I think I'm going to bring him over here to the booth. And to change out the runner, if you notice, the interpreter, the team travels with one interpreter. He actually comes out into the field. He's dressed in shorts. He's not in uniform.
Yeah.
And typically you don't see that. You see that the rules are you have to be in uniform, but this is an interpreter. So when he comes out, it looks kind of awkward. Like you just have some strange guy that's going on the field, but actually he's out there to let the umpire know what's going on.
Ooh, strike, called strike. 2-1, 1 out, runner on second base for Chinese Taipei.
An update on the California-Mexico game. California is up 9 over Mexico. It's 9-1 California over Mexico, and they're in the bottom of the 6th.
Must be an exciting game there for the California-Mexico game. Castillo on the mound here for Laredo. Checking the second baseman. Comes with the pitch. Big swing, goes up. Shortstop looks to get underneath it, though. And he squeezes it for the second out.
Good pitching there. Getting to pop out.
It's a nail biter to say the least. We'll see what happens in this next at bat. Castillo on the mound.
I don't know if they're asking we got a message, Laredo I-35 South. Yes, IH Highway, IH-35 runs the center of the United States, and it runs straight up to Michigan and straight down to Laredo, Texas. We're right on the border of Mexico.
Strike one for Castillo. Big pitch here for him. 2 outs, 0-1 count with a runner on second. Number 9 at bat for Chinese Taipei, Ho Yi-Rung. Timid little swing, gets to the shortstop, who's going to take it one step and throw it to first. Final out of the inning. Laredo gets out of that jam.
Yep, Laredo needed that. They needed that big time. Let me ask you a question. Your day job, you do a lot of work with economic development and in our community, but I just mentioned to the folks that are listening that Laredo is a border city. We're right on the border. We have 3 international bridges, and during the day, our population here in Laredo is probably about 250,000.
It does, it is, but it probably fluctuates with the
That's where I was going with
the transit, the people who come in. And they come and go. They maybe stay here for 48 hours, pick up a load, and then go.
And it balloons to about, what would you say?
I mean, if you look on the Mexican side, you can see a much larger population in their metroplex. I want to say combined, the Nuevo Laredo metroplex, we have over 500,000 individuals on both sides of the border.
I would say on a daily basis,
together combined,
the population kind of grows like 100,000 on a daily basis.
Around there fluctuates between the people who are coming and going. Laredo being the largest inland port in the nation, and the largest port just most recently just overtook Los Angeles as that moniker. But looks like we're about to get back into play here. Number 8, Su Chen-Jusi, still on the mound for Chinese Taipei. Scoreless into the top of the 6th inning here for the Laredo team, who's down 3-0 to the defending champions, Chinese Taipei.
We'll talk a little bit more about international trade, which I know you love talking about that.
Definitely,
but we'll get to that a little bit
right now.
We'll talk about that a little bit more. But this game is consistent with every game that we've seen. Early innings, runs are scored, and then after that, you see pitchers just kind of get into a groove, and then it makes it more and more difficult to score runs.
Number 6 from the Laredo team, Joey Hinojosa at the plate. So with the pitch. Big rip to the third base line. Third baseman scoops it up, though. Throw to first looks like it's going to be an out. Joe ran it out, though. He really hustled on that one.
Yeah, that kid's just a vacuum at third. I mean, you got to hit somewhere else because that kid's going to make the play, and he comes up throwing. That ball was a little low, but definitely the kid's just solid at third base.
Testament to the level of play we're seeing here from the Chinese Taipei, the defending champions from the previous World Series. Up at the plate, number 5, Derek Christman. Christman getting out of the way of that one. Didn't get it out of the way quick enough, but got hit by that one. Misstep by the Chinese Taipei team here. Doesn't seem like something they would let happen.
No, just a curveball that just didn't break. It wasn't fast. He didn't mean to hit the batter. It just curved right in, but you just get hit in the ribs, and it's kind of hard to smile and say, I know that was an accident, because that hurts.
It only hurts for a little while, is what I was told when I was growing up, and what I tell the young kids that I get the privilege of coaching. But it does only hurt for a little while.
I'd be crying all the way to third base.
Can't be afraid of the ball. Number 16 up at the plate for Laredo, Eric Ruiz. Got a runner on first, one out.
This
0-1 count.
This is the combination that we had the previous time where Ruiz hit behind the runner to get him over to third. Let's see if he can do it again. He is a lefty. All he has to do is pull the ball.
See if they can capitalize on this opportunity here. Ruiz looking, strike 2, 0-2 count, one out, runner on first. Laredo at bat.
Chrisman, a fast runner at first, and being that they're holding him, that gives a chance to Ruiz because there's a big gap between the first base and second base. And if he could just get it in the hole.
If he can just hit it right there before the runner gets there, ooh, foul ball. Staying alive at the plate, Ruiz, first baseman, looking to capitalize on this opportunity here. Runner on first base. We need runs scored. You got to have runners on base.
But Sung just doing a great job getting to an 0-2 situation. What do we expect? High fastball. Let's see if he comes back with that.
Su with the setup there and swinging and the runner goes. Looks like he is out. Thrown out from great throw from the catcher from Chinese Taipei. Looks like he had a wide slide there, and the second baseman was able to make the tag. Great throw by the catcher, and it looks like 2 outs here in the inning.
Running on an 0-2 pitch, a good time to run, but the scouting could have told you that he'll always pitch a high fast on an 0-2. They go high fastball. So what does that do? That makes the catcher stand up to catch the ball. It gets him in a perfect position to throw to second base. It was a nice throw. And that's another slide over the base. It seems like that's been an issue with some of these runners, that they're sliding over the base.
Definitely. Looking into this last play, it looked like he got underneath the tag. Su on the mound. Wind up in a pitch. Big swing by Ruiz. Second baseman scoops it up. Out at first for the final out of the inning. Going into the 7th inning here, Chinese Taipei up 3-0. Looks like their last at bat, giving the Laredo team their last opportunity at the bottom of the 7th. Let's see if Laredo can hold them to 0 runs here.
That's right. That's the big deal. You know, one more update for the Santa Clara versus Mazatlan game. The last update I got, California was up 9-1 over Mexico, Mazatlan, in the bottom of the 6th. I would assume already it's gone into the 7th inning. I don't have a final score, but California was winning 9-1.
Looks like we have a new pitcher on the mound, number 9. Number 9. Hector Isaias Alba. Looks like
Hector Alba.
Hector Alba is on the mound now. He's warming up.
Hey, but credit Castillo. Castillo did a great job. He came in and he held Taipei. You know, they
solid innings for Castillo. Definitely
Absolutely.
for him. 3 solid innings for Castillo. Looks like we're going into the 7th inning here with a new pitcher, and we're going to wait for him to warm up here.
Oh, I left people hanging with the whole economic
development.
Yeah,
that's absolutely correct. So
international trade.
Something that we work with, consulting here locally, Laredo, is economic development here for our city. With these tournaments, we do see a lot of opportunities to talk to other communities and get their input and see what we can do together and work together and get more international trade, especially with these international teams here. The city's been taking advantage of hosting their delegations from Chinese Taipei and from Germany and from Mexico and from all over the United States as well, because not just international trade, but economic development from inside
Domestic
the nation.
trade,
Domestic is a great opportunity for us here.
There is a university here that works on international trade. That's one of their bigger degrees. Texas A&M International University that's located here in Laredo, Texas. We have a lot of international students. That's what we're known for.
It is a Texas A&M affiliated college, and it does provide master's and 4-year college degree here in Laredo.
Absolutely. And so we get a lot of people from other countries that come just specifically to get their master's in international trade here because it's such a big deal.
I believe we have Yang Kwoshin on the plate, number 7.
Laredo can't back down. You know, Taipei continues to try to score runs. So Laredo has to be on top of their game here.
It definitely is a close game here with 3 runs scored. Ooh, the umpire took one there square in the chest. Looks like it got by the catcher. Let's hope he's all right.
I don't know if it hit his foot.
I want to say it got him in the lower abdomen area. And
Ouch.
It got him good. Let's see him walk it off. Walk it off, walk it off.
Right. You know, we've had these umpires here, and the joke is that if you don't talk about the umpires, they're doing a great job. When you talk about the umpires, you know something's up, right?
Definitely.
But
especially in baseball.
That's right. These umpires have done a great job, and we haven't had to talk about them. So
what a classy move by Coach Manny Rangel from Laredo, handing the umpire a bottle of water there.
hey, anything
Class
that helps,
act.
anything that
Class
helps.
act.
You know, maybe he'll get a call here or there. You know,
Maybe they'll call it your way.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't hoping for that outcome. I was hoping it was a genuine gesture. You know, I was
no,
hoping he
that's
didn't want
Coach
favor
Rangel. That's
or-
Coach Rangel. He's looking for anything. He
Is
can.
he? Any
Yeah, and I only say that
opportunity.
because I know that he was your coach.
He
so-
was my coach, and you know what? I don't put it past him to try and get that. I mean, it was a. I want to say, knowing Coach Rangel, it was a genuine gesture of goodwill.
We've all been hit.
Walk it off.
We have. Okay. I'm being corrected that it's California is up 11-1 on Mexico in the fourth. So there could be a 10-run rule situation going on here.
Is that
We'll wait
the-
and see.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll
I
see
have
what
no
happens with
idea
that one.
what score. Who gave me? Well, actually, it was a director of Pony who gave me that score, so he's off. Boy, just when you think you have the right contact to get the score, and then he gives you the wrong score. Nevertheless, California is up.
It's best
and-
just to go to the source. Just go to the
Yeah,
website
right, yeah.
and go check it out there at LaredoPony.org or Google it. Pretty sure it's available for you guys.
最后陈志军教练手。
Up to bat number 4, Shen Xishuang.
Batter showing bunt.
Hector Alva on the plate, set for this next pitch. He checks the first baseman. Check throw there, keeps him honest.
Yeah, once again, you got to keep him honest. You have to watch for the situation. Bunt here, and then you have to execute. Taipei does not get soft. They continue to play.
Strike one here for Alva and the Laredo team. 1-1 count, no outs, runner on first base. The dangerous Chinese Taipei team here on offense on their final at bat. Alva with the pitch. Runner's going. Shortstop scoops it up, throws it at first base. Looks like an out for Laredo here. Runner advances to second base though, so
Yeah.
still a threat.
But you called it. You know, it was hit run situation. But since the runner was going, there was no chance for a double play. So
No.
shortstop did the right move, throwing to first base, getting that out, getting that important out.
And I would venture off to say that was a call by the coach.
Absolutely.
Call that hit and run. So
Absolutely.
kudos to the coach there for calling that hit and run and making that happen. Definitely saving the double play. Could have been the end of the inning, and it could have led for a little momentum change here for the Laredo team.
Hector Alva has been removed from the game.
Ooh, that's a
So Edgar Hernandez is now on the mound. So Alva doing his job, getting that out.
Hernandez, a lefty here, roaming up. Looks like he's gonna try to get this final 2 outs here for the Laredo team going into the bottom of the 7th.
We talked about pitch counts.
Definitely, pitch counts do factor in on these games. I
That's
know
right.
the rules specify a certain amount of pitches per pitcher. I'm interested to see what the pitch count was for the last 3 pitchers, but we do have miles per hour here. We do know that.
We do know that, but we don't do
We
the
don't
pitch
know
count.
how much the pitch count is. I should have brought my clicker. I should have kept my own tally.
Yeah, but you know, it's in this situation, that's exactly what's happening. Laredo had to take him out because they need him for tomorrow. So they're not going to burn him today. So they made the change in pitchers. But now you have a lefty on the mound.
So that'd be interesting to see how these Chinese Taipei batters react to the lefty here. I want to say my gut says they're going to react just fine. And with the play that they've been having and the style of the quality of play that they've been having this game. I don't think they're going to take this misstep at all.
Taipei has, with guys on second base with one out, have shown that they will bunt the ball. So you might see that in play. You know, they throughout this tournament, they've showed different situations. In situational baseball, they've done different things. So you've got to be on your toes. If you're the third baseman, you got to stay back. That first baseman, Ruiz, has to come in charging hard because you do have a guy on second base. So the pitcher's going to have to come off the mound. Everybody's got to help.
And number 5, Lin Hao Soon at the plate. Pitch called strike 1. Runner on second base. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out for the Chinese Taipei batter. Looks like Edgar Hernandez is settling in on the mound there. 1-1 count with 1 out. Runner on second base. And with a pitch. Called strike. 1-2 count here for the Laredo team.
1-2 count. Let's see what he does, keeping it away from the batter.
Edgar Hernandez on the mound here. Let's see if he can get this out. Big lefty, number 10. Sets for the pitch. Winds up in the pitch. Swing a hit. And it's going to be up. And it's out. Left fielder was able to get underneath it.
Nice job.
Runner does not advance.
Just let everyone know that at 8 p.m. after this game, well, actually, we're running behind schedule, but after this game, the next game up will be Youngstown, Ohio against Puerto Rico, Mexico. Puerto Rico. I just blew that, didn't I?
Puerto Rico.
The island of Puerto Rico.
USA, actually. Just for
yeah, I know.
For anybody here listening, they're part of the USA.
Somebody probably jumped out of their seat.
Probably me. I jumped out, actually. That was me. Big swing here, foul ball. Looks like an 0-1 count here with 2 outs. Runner on second base. Hernandez on the mound with the pitch. Low in the dirt. Catcher was able to get to it in time, though. Keeps the runner on second. Runner does not advance.
If things go as they're going right now, Laredo would face Germany.
In the consolation round?
Yes, tomorrow. I've been asked that. I thought I'd just answer the question.
Hernandez with the pitch. Low in the dirt. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs with a runner on second base. Hernandez on the mound here. Giving a little chat with the catcher.
Yeah, I think he went out there just because they got crossed up on that pitch. And he just went out there to say, hey, what do you see when I,
Can you count?
Right.
I got 2 fingers up.
Yeah.
I got 1 finger up. I mean, listen, trust me.
I'm asking for a fastball, you throw a curve. But, if it's a curve, you ask for a curve, he throws a fastball, you can break my hand. Because, help me out here.
Definitely need to work on that communication between the catcher and the pitcher. Hernandez on the mound with the pitch. Big swing by Chinese Taipei, gets through the center field, and there's a throw to home. It looks like it's going to be safe. Looks like it's safe here. Run around first. Run scores in for Chinese Taipei.
Aggressive running of the base pad, but what a beautiful shot.
Increasing their lead 4-0. Beautiful shot, exactly.
Beautiful
It was
shot.
right on the money. It went right up the middle, and they were able to capitalize, score a run, and he's safe on first. So
and we've had a play before where Tawado out in center field made a great throw to home. So the coach not intimidated, sending his runner all the way home. So nice play by Taipei.
up to bat number 8. the pitcher, Hu Shui.
And that's how they do it. Just when you think you have them under control, they go and score a run on you. Bang, bang, and they get the run in.
Dangerous team to play against, the Chinese Taipei, defending champions from last year's World Series. And there goes a runner.
Got him.
And it's going to be an out.
No.
Looks like an out to me.
Balk. Call the balk.
Huh. Interesting call there by the umpire on the first base line. Looks like he overrode the center field umpire. Looks like he took it upon himself to call that from over there on the first base line. But we'll see what happens with this next. I thought maybe that was a balk. If it wasn't what it was, maybe he made the wrong move, but it wasn't. And runner advances to second base.
I'm watching the play, and it just didn't look like he balked, but that leg. I don't have the angle to see that leg. The umpire was right on it.
Well, it ended up in a misstep for our home team here, but looks like number 8 might be able to make a base hit, switch places here with the runner on second base and score another run if they can.
Pitcher helping himself out if he can.
Definitely. Helping his cause.
Four 0 the score.
Bottom of the 7th inning here. Hernandez on the mound. Runners on second base. 2 outs. Looking to get out of this inning and
Top of 7.
top of the 7th.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say bottom? I apologize.
This late in the game, you consider the heat factor, and we talked about the heat on the field.
The only
It
good
takes
thing
its
is the
toll.
sun's coming down and it seems to be cooling
Right.
down as well. I don't think it's 102 anymore. Maybe 95.
That's right.
Not as hot, but it's still not something that everybody here in this tournament's used to say the least. I'm pretty sure these other teams from across the nation and Europe don't have. Here looking at it's 97,
Yeah, 97.
according to Siri on iPhone.
But that still puts the field at what, 140, 130?
Easily,
Yeah.
it could have that effect with the type of ground that they have out there with the rubber little turf that they have there. Easily up until 100, 120 degrees. Looks like the side has been struck out. Laredo going into the bottom of the 7th, their last chance to come back, down 4-0 to the reigning World Series champions, Chinese Taipei, dominating this game with 0-0-0s on that scoreboard.
Yeah, damage was done. That extra run, that's very difficult to it was bad enough that you were having to come back 3 runs. Now it's 4 runs. You have Sung on the mound, who's just doing a wonderful job out there. He's got this game under control. His defense has been making some great plays.
Definitely.
You just wonder what Laredo's going to have to do to muster up some runs to stay in this game. This is their last at-bat, last 3 outs. Let's see if they can at least tie it to go into extra innings. And so to the plate will be number 12, Sergio Galvan, who is their top hitter on the team. This is the middle of the lineup. So let's see what Galvan, the 4th hitter, Nomar Garcia, and Jerry Villarreal can do.
Definitely opportunity here. They're only down 4-0. The home team, the host team facing the World Series champions from the previous World Series, the Chinese Taipei. Very skilled, very high quality of gameplay that we've seen today from this Chinese team and the Laredo team. Both great game, both great teams, and it's been a great game.
I know you'll be leaving us after this game, but next up, Puerto Rico, Youngstown, Ohio, and with me calling the game will be my friend Jeff Puig. He's coming in, former standout athlete. He's going to come in and help us out. He took the afternoon. Just a reminder, folks, everybody announcing these games are all volunteers, former athletes in town, friends of mine. We put this together just to support our Pony League program helping our youth here in Laredo, Texas. So no one's getting paid. So if you're sitting back wondering and saying to yourself, God, these guys are horrible, it's because we're volunteers.
But still be critical of us. I mean,
Exactly.
don't let us slide. If you think we did a terrible job, let us know in the live feed stream. Number 12 up at the plate, Galvan.
Yep, we got pizza and water. That's what we got.
0-1 count. No outs for Galvan. Set with the pitch. And Sue on the mound looks like he's going to finish his game. Looks like he's...
Yeah, he's just been on his game. And, he still looks strong. We talk about the heat. But he's looking just as strong as he started the game.
0-2 count, no outs for Galvan at the plate. Low and inside. Ball 1.
Yes, Sonia, Team Puerto Rico's up next. I can see her now shuffling her feet, playing some music, getting the rhythm.
Ooh, big cut by Galvan. Swing and a miss. Looks like he's going to sit down on that one. Third strike. One out on the Laredo team here. Going in on their last and final at bat. 2 more outs in this inning, and we'll see what happens. Number 14 up to the plate.
Nomar
Garcia. Sue's still on the mound, strong, with 1 out. Sue with the windup in the pitch. Big swing by Garcia, straight to the second baseman, though, with the throw. Out at first base. 2 outs now for the Laredo host team here at bat. Let's see what they can do. Down 4-0 with their last chance here to come back. Sue still on the mound, throwing strong. Number 8, Jerry Villarreal at the plate. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. Sue with the pitch. Big swing, foul ball. Sue getting ahead of the count here. Batter slowly batting himself into a corner.
It does. We've seen a lot of that from Laredo. A lot of swinging at the first pitcher, down 3-0, going after that first pitch, helping out the pitcher from Taipei.
Big throw here by
nice
the
bender.
Chinese Taipei team, and it looks to be a strike 2 here. No balls and 2 outs for our final at bat here. Looks like for the Laredo
0-2
host
pitch.
team.
0-2 pitch. What do we usually look for? High fastball. Let's see if he continues with that.
Defend the plate here with an 0-2 count.
Oh,
and
it
it's
goes
a
down.
swing and a miss, but the catcher picks up and throws it. Solid throw to first base, ends the game. There goes your ball game, ladies and gentlemen. 4-0. Chinese Taipei on top, advancing to the next round. The Laredo team, unfortunately, down 0-4 here at the Uni-Trade Stadium. Thank you all for joining us here for this game. Next game will be Puerto Rico and Puerto Rico Youngstown following this game. Great to have you guys here with us. Please tune in the next 30 to 45 minutes. We'll be live again here on our Uni-Trade live feed here on YouTube. Thank you all, and signing off, Orly Navarro and I, Robert Thayes, signing off.
Estoy muy duro, sí, la pega, y con el tiempo nos seguimos elevando.